What is up, you guys? So figured I'd give you guys a little update on both of the calls since the last time you saw either one of them. I mean, unless you've seen them at meets, um, yeah, unless you've seen them at meets, like we haven't really given you guys much update on what's been going on with them. Specifically the Jetta, if you guys remember in the previous video I posted, it was discovered that the shock was blown on the Jetta, so went ahead and handled that. Then yeah, it was worked out pretty well. But what had happened was because the shocker had been blown for so long, I think it just kept beating on my wheel, so I ended up cracking one of my Volks. So again, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that, I said, I kind of said farewell to my Volks, which, by the way, thank you everybody for sending me all those all of your wheels and stuff, trying to offer me wheels, but I was actually able, got my keys. I was actually able to find somebody to fix them. So, yeah, whereas most shops, they kind of, said, no, we can't fix those. Once it's cracked, there's, no fixing it. Luckily, I was able to find a guy here in San Diego, which some of you already know who I'm talking about, who does amazing things with wheels. I mean, like, he takes single piece casted wheels and converts them to 3-piece. So if you know who I'm talking about, cool. If not, I'm not really gonna, throw his name out there because, obviously I don't wanna, I don't wanna saturate him too much, for lack of a better term. But yeah, so I gave him my Volk wheel, and he was able to weld it shut. Yeah, he was able to weld it shut, and then then I'll actually show it to you guys in a minute. So I'm actually walking over to the Jetta right now, just so then you guys can see, it, but also so you guys can see what I'm rolling on right now. But yeah, so that's what's going on with the Jetta. So the Volk is actually in the truck right now, so I'll walk over in a minute to show you guys that. But here's the Jetta. So as you guys can see, it was actually this end that got messed up, but because I also had got a tire rotation while I was there. So, yep. So right now I'm sitting on my spare. I mean, it's fine for now. I could have kept driving it, but again, because of how old, because that tile's probably been on that spill when we bought the car, I don't really trust it too much to do too much driving on it, so yeah. But yeah, so that's the Jetta. Other than that, like I said, I'm just slowly doing things to the Jetta, even though I'm actually more focused on the truck right now. So with the truck, kind of the same thing. Just slowly chipping away at all the miscellaneous bullshit that the previous owner did. But yeah. Yeah, so some of you guys might be wondering, so once I got the shock fixed, I was driving it, everything was fine. And then one morning I came out and I had a flat, which, whatever, it is what it is. Excuse me. So, yeah, so I had a flat, which, I thought, whatever, like, me and wife, we had been quarantined for 2 weeks, which, yes, me and her were quarantined, but it wasn't because we had the virus, it was because we were exposed to somebody with the virus, which, we both tested negative as soon as we found out. So we both tested ourselves, we ended up negative, but just to play it safe, because of the 2 week, that 2-week symptom window, we kind of just, decided, okay, let's just spend those 2 weeks just to be sure, and then we'll retest 2 weeks later, which we tested 2 weeks later, ended up being negative again, so everything was fine. So, I went out to the Jetta, and then found out, I saw that I had a flat, so my crap, So, went over to the gas station, because the pump that I have isn't strong enough to re-pump an entire flat. It is, but it's going to take a while, so I just ended up just rolling it over to the gas station, just literally a block away from the apartment. So, pumped it up, and it was fine. As far as I knew, it was fine. It was holding air, and then went to work, and then that night, I saw that, okay, it's flat again. So I'm thinking, possibly a nail. So, pumped it up again, drove home, following morning, pumped it up again, drove it over to SD Wheel and Tile, and then that's when we found out that they had a crack in it. So, which, on the one hand, it sucked, but on the other hand, it doesn't really surprise me that I had didn't really surprise me that I had a crack, because that wheel, in addition to the fact that it already had a little bit of a bend in it as it was, that's also the wheel that got the flat the last time. So, previously, I'd gotten a flat on that tile, not flat, I had gotten I'd gotten a snip in the sidewall for whatever reason. I don't know if it was rubbing or whatever, but I'd gotten a snip in the sidewall. So then, that tile was flat for a little while, so I was possibly rolling on that wheel for a while. And then because of that, that's probably what ended up causing the crack. So, like I said, it is what it is. I was able to, get what I could done. So yeah, walking over to the truck right now, because I'm gonna go run a couple errands in it. I'm gonna actually go and get the tile remounted on my Volk rim. So I have all that in the truck right now, which, in terms of the truck, I think the last time you guys saw it, I did the spark plug wires on it. So, so far that's been holding up really well. Again, because of the 2-week quarantine, the battery on it had died, because even though I had the solar panel on it, I didn't realize that the plug on it, the fuse had gone out. So, because the thing about that solar panel is that it has 2 connectors. One that connects to the cigarette lighter, and then one that connects directly to the battery. So I had it plugged into the cigarette lighter, but because the plug was bad, instead of it actually charging, it was actually siphoning power from the, which, some of you might be saying, like, how the hell is it doing that when it's, when it's supposed to be charging? Well, it has a little indicator light on it, so it was siphoning power for that little light. That's pretty much all it was doing. So because it was sitting for 2 weeks, it ended up killing the battery. So, but again, because I have a jump box, I had jumper cables, I fixed the plug on it, so it ended up working anyway. So I ended up starting right up after a couple of minutes. And then, yeah, I've been driving it all week, preparing for calls and anime, and calls and cults, which, I'll probably upload that video pretty soon too, if not before this one, so, yeah. But, yeah, so, let me go ahead and show you guys here. So, gonna flip the camera. So, as you guys can see, right here is where he repelled it. So the crack is right here on the side. So I ended up fixing this, and then, if you guys can see it from the inside here, Let me go ahead and change my view here. Right there. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but yeah, he welded that shut. So, hey, that's a little bit better. So yeah, he welded it shut, and then, yeah, like, as you can see, it's completely sealed up. Which, yeah, it went pretty deep. I mean, that's why, like, if anything, that's why everybody was kind of bugging about it at first, because everyone was like, oh, you know, how are you gonna fix that when it went so deep? But yeah, again, like I said, he welded it up and looks pretty good. So I'm actually gonna go get that taken care of right now, in addition to all the other miscellaneous stuff I have back here. So I got some recycling I'm gonna go make a couple dollars on, and yeah, have all the other miscellaneous parts and things they need to install. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little update on the rides, let you guys know what's been going on with them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.